This week on the podcast, we talk open world games. Well, actually, no, we talk Elden Ring, but it kind of goes into a tangent about open world games, and we also talk about how great Souls games are in general. And I introduce Kit to Metal Wolf Chaos. Stay tuned for this one; you're gonna love it. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Hello and welcome to a very special episode of The Brave Room. As always, we are joined by the lovely Kit. Say hi, Kit.
Hello.
Kit was actually here for last week's episode. You just didn't hear her. She had a very impassioned speech about Tsukihime and how Nasu is actually a genius and Fate Zero is amazing.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. Only the true fans heard her segment though. All you fake fans didn't hear How you doing, Kit? It's been 2 weeks since we've spoken. As anyone knows, we only speak during the podcast. So how's it been? It's been 2 weeks since I've last seen you.
In these past 2 weeks, let's see, TI-10 ended. I had a little bit of vacation, working on work as usual. I guess that's about it. Very simple life.
Here's the thing about TI, right? Like, that was a huge deal.
Yes.
TI is arguably one of the biggest esports events of the year, because Dota is one of the biggest esports of the world. Yet, somehow, in our team, you are the only person who knows the fuck a TI is. My favorite description of it was by Alex, who asked if we had covered the Dota guy winning the esports thing. And I think that's about the most optimistic reading of that situation. So today's big news story that we're doing a reactionary episode to, Kit, Elden Ring's been delayed.
Oh my god, it's no longer quite as Elden Ring.
I mean, listen, it got delayed by a month. Whatever.
Yeah.
I always assume if it's been delayed by a month, then it's either a certification issue or strategic repositioning. That probably means...
Well, we were doing the calendar. I don't think there was anything particularly major in January, was there?
Hell if I know. Maybe Bandai Namco knows something we don't. Maybe Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Striker Z Revelator 4 comes out in January as well, and they didn't want to compete with each other. Hell if I know. Here's the thing, I am excited for Elden Ring, right?
So am I really?
I cannot stand Elden Ring fans. The most infuriating group of people. Like, it's great when it's great. Like, when the Elden Ring reveal happened at Summer Game Fest. That was cool, But now we've gone back to the hollowing. And that's a problem. We had an Elden Ring leak, but yesterday, as of this recording. It would have been Monday for those of you listening on time. And who cares if you're listening to this in far, far in the future. But so, it was 30 seconds of the Tarnished just like moving around. And the jump.
Yay? Question mark?
And everyone was losing their minds over it. Trying to dig in for every information. They were like, oh my god, it's the same pose from Dark Souls 1. It's the... And I'm just like, dude, it's 30 seconds. Apparently it was leaked by a playtester. And you gotta love the balls on this playtester. Because sure, he leaked Elden Ring footage, but he made sure it wasn't anything substantial. So it was like, oh no, if I can keep a good relationship with Bandai Namco, maybe they'll let me back into the building.
I guess it must be the whole thing from the usual FromSoft games that isn't Sekiro, where there's the plot is just kind of out there and you're free to interpret it however the hell you like. So 30 seconds is a big deal to these guys, I suppose.
No, but you don't understand. It was 30 seconds of nothing. It was literally, dude, cliff. There is nothing to extrapolate other than this is the basic armor set of the game and this is the basic equipment. Like
no,
seeing
no,
people.
no. You don't understand. This tiny pixel is the one thing that will link the games together. Checkmate is
Like, calm down, guys. Okay, so I should point out, like, I am being a snarky, smug asshole about this for one reason, which is the
Yes.
Elden Ring fandom is very, very upset that media was shown a 16-minute gameplay but not allowed to show it to the rest of the world.
Yes.
So you and I have seen this footage.
Yes.
So of course it's not a big deal to us because we. My favorite thing about this was people commenting, "Oh my god, the jump button!" I'm like, haven't we known about the jump button for a while? Like you wrote about it in your coverage for Elden Ring,
Yes.
and even in the leak trailer, there, all those months ago, there was a jump, and we've seen it with our own eyes from the footage.
Mm-hmm.
So, where of course it's no big deal to us, but like, oh no, these guys are probably seeing the jump for the first time, huh?
I mean, I had to admit to the presenters at the session, I am unironically excited for the jump button. So I can't imagine the circle jerk that's going around about this one brand new TM action.
My favorite thing is it's not even new. Dark Souls 1 had a platforming puzzle that was mandatory. The only difference is that the jump button is good now.
The parkour, man.
Do you know what the jump button was in Dark Souls 1?
What was it?
It was the same as the dodge button and the sprint button. You had to... So, tap X was roll.
Okay.
Hold X was run. Hold X, then tap X was jump.
Is this a fighting game now?
No, that's a... Dude, jumping in fighting games is fucking easy. This is... And there is an annoying part of the game that you have to learn to jump. Or else you fall off the ledge and have to fight through an annoying level all over again.
Because, like, you give me this kind of combo, it just makes me think of fighting games. Oh my god, I can't believe they're actually gonna make a FromSoft fighting game. Can you believe that? Gasp.
I mean, yeah, I know. But yeah, so, I don't know. Okay. So, Elden Ring, right?
Yes.
Like, what do we know about Elden Ring right now? We know about the big old open world, which I am not a fan of, by the way.
Big old open world. George R.R. Martin, whose Song of Fire and Ice will probably never be completed.
Not in this lifetime. Here's the thing, knowing how people reacted to Game of Thrones, the finale, George, you dodged a bullet.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but anyway, so like...
Just keep on enjoying those royalty checks as they come in. Don't bother with that last book. Heck, write a manga. That'll be fun. Just keep doing anything else except Song of Ice and Fire. Trust me, it'll... Live your life, George. Life's too short, especially at your age, to be sitting cooped up inside, writing a book about how a dude and his cousin bang and then a dragon melts a chair.
Totally real Elden Ring lore, by the way.
No, that's Game of Thrones though. That's literally what that's the season finale for Game of Thrones.
No, I know, but I mean like because there's the author link, so there's totally a hint about XXX blah blah blah. It's time for you to connect the dots, people.
So here's the thing about the open world that I have the problem with is that, to me, I don't know how many people will agree with this. Like, the appeal of the Souls-like is the corridor. Like, there can be multiple ways to solve a problem, but at the end of the day, it is a tailored experience. And we had this discussion with Ben, our editor, who thought that Souls-likes and roguelikes were the same thing. Like, he asked me why Dark Souls isn't a roguelike, and I said, the joy of a roguelike is that it's never the same. Because every run you do is a different run, right? You can never predict what's going to happen next. Whereas the appeal of a Souls-like is that it is always the same. It is, I will turn this corner, there will be 2 knights who will walk slowly towards me. If I don't move, the first one will use an overhead slash. Like, it is clear what is going to happen, and it's up to you to practice your solution to it. And, the advanced strategy, run through it.
I honestly do like tailored experiences myself because I find that open world means the objectives tend to be a little bit more vague.
Yeah,
And then I just find myself kind of paralyzed with indecision.
Exactly. And you have that problem with you have that like I'm playing Far Cry 6 right now, and that's like, good lord, I don't know what to do in that game. Every single person I talk to opens like 10 more markers on the map. I want to get an upgrade for my gun, and it's like, oh, but you need more fasteners. How do I get more fasteners? You kill a puma. What? What did that have to do with anything? And
I know Todd Howard loves to release and re-release Skyrim and all that. Like, the most I played of Skyrim is about 30 minutes, and I just couldn't play anymore because I just hate exploring so much.
I mean, exploring can be fun. Like, Dark Souls 2 is the most exploration heavy part of the game.
Okay, but let me explore a crafted area. Don't give me this open world thing.
Open worlds can be crafted as well. Like, Fallout New Vegas is an open world that is very meticulously crafted. I get what you're saying though. Like, the problem with games like Far Cry in particular, like the Ubisoft open world, is we have designed a map, we have maximized it to be as huge as possible. Here is a bucket of objectives, we're going to pour them randomly over the map and see what works. Then we're going to pour another bucket over it. Then we're going to pour another bucket over it.
And then we're going to make you go find like 10 bajillion radio towers.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the problem with open worlds. And the idea that they're bringing that into a Souls-like is just like, no. I like, big areas where you can maneuver around enemies. Like, Bloodborne has that field with the church giants. And you totally don't have to fight any of them because the area is so huge, you can bob and weave through them. But the idea of, between point A and point B is this huge, vast forest. There was a forest in Bloodborne, and it is my least favorite part of the entire game for the exact same reason.
I guess at least this time you have a horse.
The horse doesn't matter because navigating it is still going to be a pain. Oh, but that actually, no, the horse creates another problem that I have with Far Cry, which is if you have to have a movement up, that means there's going to be a lot of skippable area, like square footage. There's going to be a lot of skippable square footage, in which case just cut it out of the game. Getting from A to B in Far Cry is one of the most miserable experiences of that game. So, the idea of doing it in a Souls-like is equally miserable. It's like...
But like, they assure you that they've crafted a lot of shit in it.
They assure you the same thing with every Far Cry game.
I mean, maybe you can have a little bit more faith in FromSoft, mayhaps.
Yeah.
Mayhaps.
No, I don't. And that's the thing, right? It's because it's the same thing like why only a few Genshin characters have a movement skill. Like, I'm talking like Mona's water movement skill, and what's her name? Ice Samurai Girl? I can't remember her name. Ayaka, that's the one. There's a reason why only a few of them have those types of skills. It's because, Genshin doesn't want you to skip over the long areas in a hurry. Like, either you fast travel and miss everything in between, or you walk and you find...
It's not like they will let you skip whether or not you have those skills.
No, it's... I mean, like I said, the skip is the fast travel, but the, fast forwarding would be using one of those movement skills. But because there is like I don't particularly like how Genshin does it as either, but because they want you to interact with all that, that's why there is no in between. Whereas the idea of we've added, car/horse, it doesn't fast travel you, but it gets you through the area faster than you would on foot, is just an excuse to make the map bigger. And I would take a smaller map that's more fun than a huge map. Weirdly enough, you know what game I think makes great use of its huge open world map? Death Stranding.
I guess I can kind of see that. I mean, the whole journey.
Yeah, the traversal is the gameplay. So
Yeah.
of course you can't fast travel between cities. You have to walk. And then you have like once you connect things to the network, then you have the highway, which you and your other players would have built together. So like, I think it's in the second map in the game, there's that area with loads of rocks that are just a nightmare to walk through if you're carrying too much stuff.
I remember that very not fondly.
Yeah, so the moment I connected everything onto the network, guess what? There was a highway running over that entire area.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I would literally just load up like 4 packages at once and just drive up and down the highway, delivering all of them, getting all the likes I wanted. So, you can do that. Like, you can make the traversal fun. I just don't think that many open world games have. Oh, but you can climb and climbing in Genshin is terrible. Like, I would just turn into an open world rant. Oh well, that's the episode, I guess. Yeah, climbing in Genshin is terrible. There is no reason to stamina limit climbing in Genshin.
But strategic traversal.
Strategic. There's no strategy to it. It's literally just, did you find the way the developers wanted you to go? No. Hope you can like manipulate the geometry such that your character is technically standing and therefore not consuming grip. Good lord. Wow, this really is a greatest hits episode. We chat on Genshin.
Open world, Gripes, Ubisoft.
We don't talk about Ubisoft all that much on this podcast, actually. But yeah, anyway, so that's my worries about the open world in Elden Ring. Because, like, technically, Dark Souls 1 and 2 were pretty open world as well. Like, I love Dark Souls 1 and 2's levels designs were fucking amazing. So Dark Souls 2, you have the starting town of Majula. Walk in any direction, there's a boss at the end of there. And
the only thing I vaguely remember is killing the merchant, get his stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a speedrunning strat because that gets you more money.
I only have speedrunning strats in my brain because that's all I know.
But yeah, it's literally like, go north, boss area. Like, that's one area that you have to go through with a boss. Go north, but left at the fork, another area. See that big circle in the center of town? Go down there, another area. And it just keeps going. Like, no matter how you wander, you find something meaningful in Dark Souls 2. And Dark Souls 1 is the same thing as well. Like, Firelink Shrine is a circle. Every branch goes somewhere else. Like, it's really, really good design. And I like that because it feels more rewarding instead of huge open field. But if you angle yourself this way and keep walking in a straight line, you're gonna find a town.
Or a dragon.
Okay, my favorite thing is, so you were telling me about the legacy dungeons in Elden Ring, right? Just to bring this back on topic. And the quotes from the developers that you presented were like, this is a much more tailored experience. It's a lot more about puzzle solving and all that stuff. And it hit me. Oh, it's called Legacy Dungeons because this is Dark Souls. These are just Dark Souls levels.
Welcome back home, I guess.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Like, knowing that they're still in the game is what warms me up to Elden Ring.
Both the legacy dungeons and the smaller ones will be crafted, or so they say. And then because the place is so massive and you get the jump button, there's more options for you to parkour and such. So yeah, that was the main selling point of the legacy dungeons.
Yeah.
And here I am just looking at the design and wondering who the hell went crazy with the clone tool.
I mean, that's every Dark Souls game.
There's just so much. Who needs that many? Who has that much stone?
Trust me. Oh man, this is area in Dark Souls 3. Oh yeah, where like the law of that area is that all the people in that city like died at the same time, and so there's just piles of bodies copy pasted all over across the level. It's the best. As the other thing I like about Dark Souls games is that so people are complaining that Elden Ring looks basically like Dark Souls 3 because it's kind of I think it's using the same engine as Dark Souls 3, which is using the same engine as Bloodborne. Here's the thing, I have never like Souls games have always looked good but not great. That is where they fit in. Like the problem is Demon Souls just came out. That was not made by FromSoft. That was made by Bluepoint, the remake of Demon Souls. And that game looks amazing, and it is rough going back. Like, holy shit, that game looks great. Characters' lips move when they talk, like they're actually animated. I was watching Vati's Prepare to Cry series on Demon Souls, and it was just like, oh my god, this looks so much better than the actual FromSoft games. But that's the thing.
They look like people, even though the words that come out from their mouth is totally not something a regular human would say.
But yeah, so like, no one expects a Souls game to look good. But when you get one that does, it's like, oh boy, it's hard to go back in it.
Maybe they should commission Bluepoint to like, spice it up a bit.
I don't know, I kind of like the jank of Souls games though. Like, because the problem is getting it to look that good comes at a cost. Like something else is gonna suffer, and everything else that's good about Souls games, I would not be willing to trade it in for a prettier game, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I get that. After all, the point of Souls games isn't really the graphics, it's like the visceral action, that sort of thing, the control.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I will gladly take an ass-looking Souls game if it controls well. That being said, Bloodborne is the best-looking Souls game by a country mile. Good lord, that game is gorgeous. But yeah, this isn't a podcast to once again shill Bloodborne.
Oh, as I'm speaking right now, when this episode goes up, I believe it'd be like maybe give or take 15 hours before the Arknights event starts. You can get the Arknights Lady Maria 6-star for free. So if you are a Lady Maria sim, please go and try the game. And you'll also get free pools and stuff. So go for it. Yay! I got in my shilling.
What do you need to get her?
She's free.
Oh, they just give it to you?
Yeah, you still need to get her from the exchange shop, but it's just a bit of grinding, and you can get one copy of her without needing to pray to the gacha gods.
I'm not gonna lie, I may do this just for the some giggles.
I mean, I'm like just trying to get my friend. Hey, look, there is a Lady Maria homage here. Please play the game. And also, she's a very tall woman.
Yeah, which is also a Lady Maria thing. Oh man, Lady Maria is great. It's just such a great designed boss fight.
Her Figma will be coming out like next year or something, right?
Yeah, I think it's still open for pre-order right now. But here's the thing. The problem with Figmas is that they're good if you're the type who likes to fidget your figures around and change poses every day or so. I am not one of these people. Because the price you pay is that it looks janky because they have to fit in the joints and stuff. So yeah, once they had an actual photo of the Lady Maria Figma, like not the promotional photo, I was like, oh, I no longer want this figure.
Alas, Good Smile does not claim your wallet today.
Yeah. So yeah, but I think the best thing about Souls games is that every Souls fan wants the same thing. We just want more. Like, Sekiro was not a Souls game. It had Souls elements, but it was definitely not a Souls game. Everything about its design was like... It was a PS2 game. It was literally just a PS2 game. Also, while I'm here, can I bitch about something real quick?
Yeah?
Stop trying to change the genre name, guys. It's Soulsborne. It's Soulsborne or Souls-like. Stop trying to add your favorite game to the list just because you want it to be the big one. Like, I saw people trying to change it to like Soulsborne Ekiro. No.
Soulsborne what?
Soulsborne Ekiro, like they're trying to add Sekiro to the end of it.
Oh.
I was like, no. We don't call
Why don't
it
just call that from Soft Games?
because that means cookie and cream would count as well.
What?
Cookie and cream. Look it up. It's a FromSoft game.
I do remember the crazy ninja thing that FromSoft tried to do. That's all I remember, really.
Also, they did Armored Core. So yeah, FromSoft has a huge... Oh, they also did Metal Wolf Chaos. How could I forget?
Is that the one I'm thinking of?
No, Metal Wolf Chaos is the one about the US president flying a mech to save America. Mr.
That sounds
President.
amazing, actually. Maybe they should remake that.
They did remake it. It came out 2 years ago, I think. 2 years
Wait,
ago.
they did what?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Shout out to Super Best Friends Play, who like elevated the game into cult status and managed to get a movement going to get the game remade. So Devolver agreed to publish the remake. Sorry, it wasn't a remake, it was a remaster. But yeah, it has such iconic lines as Mr. President, believe in your own justice.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, the game I was thinking of is Ninja Blade.
was that them as well?
Yeah. Unfortunately, question mark is from Soft, yes.
Yeah, so that's why you can't call them FromSoft games. They have way too diverse a library. So yeah, just call them Soulsborne, the same way that we call Hollow Knight a Metroidvania. You know, credit goes to the first two games. Don't try to fit in a third one. Otherwise, we'd be calling them Metroidvania Blasphemous Hollow Knight Death's Gambit. Bloodstain. So yeah, don't worry about it. That's how these things work. Even in research papers, you go with the first two guys and then et al.
And also, like, the reason why the term stuck so long is because it rolls off the tongue better.
Yeah, exactly. And be grateful it's at least 2 games long and not like Rogue, which has, you know, despite the many roguelikes, they're called roguelikes.
And it's either light or like.
My favorite thing is someone wrote a really good essay about the roguelike genre. And most roguelikes aren't actually based off of Rogue. They're based off another game that was based off of Rogue that made the formula more palatable to human beings.
Actually, link me the essay, I'm curious.
I'll look it up later. It was back when Returnal came out and someone accused me of misspelling roguelike because I specifically called Returnal a roguelite. And I was like, no, this is a real term. And then, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll send it to you after this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much to talk about Elden Ring because there's not much out about it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. I'm all for watching people play the game and break it within an hour.
Oh yeah, there's this thing in Dark Souls 3. There's this boss called the Ancient Wyvern, and the whole point of it is that you go through this door, the Wyvern lands, and it will chase you through the map until you can get to a high enough vantage point and drop on its head, where you will do a scripted one-hit kill of the Wyvern.
Alright.
People have found a way to kill the Wyvern without doing the chase sequence.
Yes.
Like,
and
there's
this saves like minutes.
There is a staircase nearby, so you can bait one of the Wyvern's attacks and then climb up to the top of the staircase, and you will drop high enough that the game thinks that you've reached that you can do the plunging attack, and you just kill the Wyvern in one hit. It's lovely. I love the Souls games for nonsense like this. Also, shout out to Gwyn, the final boss of the first game, who can literally just be defeated by parrying. You could just parry every single one of his attacks and kill him.
Nice.
My favorite thing is because the final boss of Dark Souls 3's main story is supposed to be like a spiritual successor to Gwyn, but if you try to parry him, he murders you. That's a really nice
We're not having that in this house here.
Yeah, I saw, like, back when the game first came out, like, there were lots of clips of people, you know, they were fighting, be like, oh man, once it's evident that he's supposed to be Gwyn, because Gwyn's team will start playing, they'll be like, oh, they'll bust out their shield, like, okay, yeah, let's go, let's parry. Oh.
Greatest hits.
Yeah. I love those. And then, yeah, he turns you into a bonfire, so don't let him touch you. Anyways, this has been another episode of the Brave Room. Thanks so much for listening. Do what you will with those extra 30 days until Elden Ring comes out.
Time to finish up that FromSoft marathon, no hit, etc.
Yeah, no hit soul level 1. Was this broken straight sword only? Yeah, do that.
Good luck.
Oh, one more thing. You may have noticed when I was praising the kind of open level design, I left out Dark Souls 3. That game is linear shit. I hate it.
Well.
There is one branch in that game. And it's mandatory that you go to both branches.
The illusion of free choice.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, there's 2 optional areas. Oh, sue me. But yeah, that's it for us from the Brave Room. Don't forget, comment. Tell us what you think about this episode. Tell us what you think about Elden Ring. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe we missed something. Maybe Elden Ring is your dad back from the cigarette store finally. He turned around, he realized, oh my god, I love my child, and then came back for you. You did it. You lived your whole life and brought him back. Good job. And now he is a video game made by a guy who'll never finish a book, and another guy who's only ever read Berserk. Oh god, I love this game. Yeah, see you guys. Take care.
Yeah.